All right. Hey, hey, hey. Man, it is good to be back. Welcome to Sports Therapy with F.H. Jr. We are starting a whole new year. Man, there have been some changes. Not a lot of changes to the format, though. We are still keeping it the same. Well, callers, you can always call in at 940-329-4110. And when you do, you will have 2 minutes to rip, rant, kick some knowledge about all things NFL. That's how we roll. All things NFL. A little bit about the show. We always stick with the format. Now, normally I'm rocking the standard uniform, but we're not going to rock the standard uniform just yet because, this is what I call dry dock. What is dry dock? Dry dock is that stage between football. The season hadn't begun, but we're trying to get our head back right with ball. You know what I mean? We're trying to ease people back into watching football. NFL, that's all we do. But with dry dock, we just kind of like wing it. We wing it. You can call in. You know what? You can talk about any subject you want, except for we don't talk politics. So don't call me and tell me what happened to Donald Trump. Don't call me and tell me that Joe Biden is too old. This is a safe zone where we're not talking politics. Man, I don't give a fat rat's butt what's going on. We don't talk race relation, nor do we talk sexual orientation. Other than that, it is all good. It is all good. It is all good. Man, I am so happy to be back, fans. I just don't know what to do. Y'all miss me? Do you miss me? Or do you miss football? Yes, man, I am jonesing for some football. But had a busy summer, worked on some projects, worked on a major project, which I might share with you guys. I don't know. But got a chance to catch up on a lot of, because I like binge watching television. Because hell, I have every app. So I watch them all. Game of Thrones. I mean, you name it, I'm watching it, man. House of Dragons, da 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 da. But I still try to keep it. Still try to keep to my core. So I have been watching Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks on HBO. Yes, if you should check it out because I traditionally when Hard Knocks first came out, I was on board. Then I got a little bored because it was starting to be almost the same. But then I went away. Then I came back. So I'm back. So I've been checking out Hard Knocks. And so if my callers call in, and the number is always 940-329-4110. And we're not going to roll with a sponsor today because this is Dry Dock. So, but I'm still rolling with Crown Raw because you can always crown me, baby. But during Dry Dock, we just going to wing it. So if you want to call and talk about Caitlin Clark, I'm cool. Talk about my Razorbacks, I'm cool. Talk about the Eagles, Saints, 49ers. You want to talk some track and field, Olympics. Oh, man, anything right now because we're just easing out our way back, man. Just trying to get our mind right back with ball. You know what? I got a caller. Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr.
What's up, F.H. Jr.? This is Brandon Cooper out of Dallas, Texas, the Baltimore Ravens extraordinaire.
What say ye, Cool? Cool. Before we begin, Cool, let me ask you,
Hey.
How was your summer, brother?
Man, the summer's been great, man. Just started a new job, man. I'm working with the city of Dallas now as a budget analyst, man, and God is good, my brother, man. Just starting to come into my own, and the good things are happening, man.
All right. Is it more cheese?
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
All right, because hey, man, as my uncle used to say, man, I never met a rat that didn't want a little bit more cheese.
Hey, man, come on now. You already know. You know how we do. But man, how's your summer been, brother? How's everything been?
Hey, man, you know what? Man, it's been a great summer, man. You know, I got a chance to work on a major project that I've been working with for the last 10, 15 years. And I just been kind of keeping things on the wrap because, truth be told, brother Brandon, that's where a lot of my real time, because I love doing the show here, but the truth behind it is that I love doing sports therapy with H Junior. But this is more of a hobby to me. It's more fun and yucks. It gets me away from the madness that I do with my real job. But I had a big time project, man, that I've been working on, man. On a on a movie aspect, man. So I can't go into a lot, but I can say I just signed a contract with a media company, and to and I'm working with them. I'll be working with them all the time, and we're gonna try to push a project of mine to a possible episodic TV series, but I can't get into a lot because
Let us know.
because
Whenever it start popping, let us know. We don't support.
because of the contract and the verbiage and stuff. But it's called Area 4, man, and so I got some things out there. If you want to check out my trailer, and you'll get an idea what it's about. So I'll definitely let you know, but it's out there for the world to know. But I just can't get into specific as to when, what, and all that good stuff. But man, like I said, it's been a great summer, brother. It's been great. But man, let's get our head back with ball, man. Can we get our head back with ball, brother Brandon?
Oh, brother. September 7th. You already know the first game of the season. Come on now.
I do. But let's take the time out, man, and acknowledge the passing of one of your guys, man. Jacoby Jones.
Brother, it's tough, man. Jacoby Jones left us too early, man.
Oh, man.
That brother was a key component. Great brother, man, and he was a key component of that 12. He was first year, and man, at 40 years old, man.
I know.
This brother was a young brother. You know, it's tough, but they haven't really released any details. But definitely, man, condolences to his family, man. R.I.P. Jacoby Jones.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what's funny, man? Well, I wouldn't say funny, but what's kind of weird is that, they said that he passed at age 40, but I was like, God, has it been that long since that Super Bowl run? But I guess it has been about 10 years.
Bro, it's been about almost going on 12. Going on 12.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, man. Like you said, man, condolences to his family.
We won it the 2012-2013 season.
Wow.
So it's been 11 going on 12 years.
Wow. But I led into the show and I told my callers, we're gonna always stick to the same format. We don't talk politics, we don't talk race relations or sexual orientation. Other than that, man, we go and we get it. But we always start off with dry dock. And dry dock is that point where there are no real football games right now. Preseason hadn't started. I think the players will start showing up for camp maybe next week or so. Maybe next week after.
Yeah, it's the week after. So in 2 weeks the training camp starts.
So this is kind of a little free for all where we can just kind of like just talk about. There's no particular subject that's off limits except for the ones that I talked about. So, and I told my callers that. But what I have been doing is, other than this project I told you I've been working on, because that's been taking a lot of my time, man, I have been watching Hard Knocks on HBO.
Oh, dude, and I'm glad, because they're doing training camp with the Falcons, I believe. And they're doing the regular season with the AFC North, which is great. But the offseason with the Giants, and I feel like this was perfect and crucial because, and remember, we talked about this last season with Saquon Barkley. we hit on the head. The way they handled that situation, like so we're gonna pay Danny Dimes $47 million guaranteed, but we're gonna guilt trip Saquon Barkley and then be mad when he leaves. Like what? I don't get it. I just don't. And the Giants, and you know the football guys, they gonna always make sure things is right, man. And I'm happy that Saquon got out of that situation, and he's happy because the Giants, they did him wrong. That was flat out wrong, and the way the Giants management just thought that Saquon was just gonna give in and was still gonna go for the okie doke. No, bro. This man's been carrying your team since he's here. And what did I tell you? I said they gave Danny Dimes all that money. Danny Dimes got hurt after the second game, and they told Saquon, yeah, bro, we're going to have to give you the ball 30 times a game. Bro, Saquon finishing games with like 29 carries on 50 yards. Like, that brother's getting beat up.
And they're holding it against him when it comes to negotiating a new contract. Because...
Yes. Like, yeah, what? I'm like, come on, dude. We really going to do this?
Because on the first show, because right now I've only watched episodes 1 and 2. I don't know if because I know it airs every Tuesday. I think I'm caught up. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure I'm caught up. But episode 1 led off with the management team. You were talking about Brian Daboll and the GM Joe, as I call him, and just that whole team. They were talking about, and you know, what I tell people is football is a business. They don't give a fat rat's ass about the players, that individuals. All they care about that skill that you have.
I tell people, it's a hard salary cap, man.
Yeah, and all they care about is that skill that you have, and if I can get that skill from you for nothing or and pay as less as I can, then I'm good. So if you're the player, you should say, okay, from the player's perspective, I'm trying to get as much money as I can while I have this skill, because there's only a small window for which I am going to have this skill, because you're always trying to replace me. That's the nature of the beast, man.
Yes. And the thing about the NFL is it's really pretty much the only sport where your prime is a very, very short window.
Sure.
Like in the NBA, and in Major League Baseball, your prime is the older you get, because you acquire more skill, you do more things.
Yes.
But the NFL, your prime is that first 5 years you're in the league, bro. Like, once you hit 28, you pretty much, depending on your level of productivity, you see what I'm saying? And contracts aren't really guaranteed.
Nope.
It's rough, man. Like I said, with Saquon, and this is why they need to redo the rookie deal. Because if you're a first-round draft pick, you get the 4-year guaranteed, and then the 5th year is a team option. Then they can franchise tag you 2 straight years. Well, if you're a running back in the first round, they can have you locked in for 7 years.
Yep. And
before you even get a major deal.
True. And that's why.
But I like what him and I like what him and CMC are doing. They're just signing like 1 or 2 year deals, bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, hired gun. I'm a hired gun. I call it the Deion Sanders model.
Yeah.
And you know, and it is what it is.
But we're at the point where it's like the running back position is the most devalued position. Well, what's crazy is if you got a good running back, yeah, that can carry you. But it's gonna, the league works in cycles.
True.
So I think when you're in a position like Saquon is with the Eagles, you fit so perfectly with that system because I tell people, I said Saquon might not have as good numbers as he normally has. Yeah, he'll hit the 1,000-yard mark, but I feel like Saquon will have more yards per carry because he's asked to do less, and it's so hard to game plan against that squad. Like you got Jalen Hurts, Saquon, Dallas Goedert, and then you got two great receivers in
Brown
and
Smith.
Brown.
Yeah. I agree.
So he's
and you got an offensive line. You got an offensive line.
Bro, you got arguably the best offensive line in football.
Let me say this.
This is the first time he gonna get the ball.
Let me say this, B. From watching the show, I'm watching these guys. Like I said, I can't get mad at the coach and because that's their job. But I'm sitting here watching this thing, man. I'm like, okay, they know that they had a bad offensive line because they talked about it. They talked about how many carries Saquon was getting. They talked about that. Then they talked about all these things that he had been doing. But the bottom line, they were going to hold it against him in terms of trying to pay him. And what they were dangling out there is, oh, you can have your name up there in that ring of honor. You can be in that ring of honor one day.
But what's crazy is if he goes to Philadelphia and they win a Super Bowl, they're going to put his name in the ring of honor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, my thing is, man, at Saquon, I tell these young cats, man, get your bread. Don't have these old cats sit here and tell you, oh, it's about legacy, it's about ring of honor. No. Get your bread and get yourself in the best possible position to win because one hit and you could barely be able to walk again.
Hey man,
and the punishment this man has taken.
Hey, I'm an old cat, but I will tell you this, brother. I've told people, man, if they draft you in the NBA, in the NFL from middle school, you go and you get your money because you ain't guaranteed that all it takes is one hit, bro, and you are done. You're done. You done,
and you back out here with the rest of them.
Living with mama.
Hey, man.
You living with mama, boy. You back living with mama.
I know how it goes.
Boy.
And the thing is, Saquon, man, your happiness, man, make your bread, bro. Don't have to, because they're gonna sit there and tell you, oh man, you got to be a team player. You got to do everything you can for the team. But then when you do everything you can to help the team win, they're gonna say, yeah, you was doing a little too much now. So what am I supposed to do? If I'm Saquon, I'm gonna be like, yo, don't give me the ball more than 15 carries a game and 5 passes. Other than that, nah, I'm good.
And from watching the show, they actually went to the combine and they were scouting different players, right? Now, keep in mind that the Giants had the number 6 pick. Now, they were having buyer's remorse in terms of the quarterback position because all their money is tied up into old boy. And so they interviewed Jaden Daniels. And I think had we not taken him, had my beloved Skins not taken him, the Giants would have they'd have taken Daniels. So we scooped him up. So they end up now. I will say Malik Neighbors. Now he's gonna be a beast.
Neighbors.
Yeah, he's gonna be a beast.
No, Malik. He's the truth. I honestly think Malik Neighbors was a better prospect than Marvin Harrison.
Oh yeah.
Because shout out to my man Cortez Hankton. He is the wide receiver coach for LSU. He was actually my coach at Dartmouth.
Okay.
He recruited him and Coach Jackson. They recruited me at Dartmouth, so he started off as the wide receivers coach at Dartmouth.
Okay.
Then he went to Vanderbilt. Then he went to Georgia. Now he's the wide receiver coach at LSU, and that man's been putting out prospects, man.
Yeah.
And just looking at Malik Neighbors' film, he's real good. He had better numbers than Marvin Harrison Jr.
He reminds me of a bigger, stronger Deebo Samuels.
Yes. And Deebo Samuels is a dog.
And that's a cat you don't want to come up and tackle.
Dude, that's a dude. Debo Samuel is like how Terrell Owens used to be. Just
Yes.
big, physical.
Yes.
We can give him end around.
Yes.
Just hand him the ball.
Yeah.
Like Debo Samuel is like, hey, bro, I can line up in the power eye or I can run a 9 route.
He's the kind of player that a DB is saying, man, I sure hope somebody get that brother before he get back here. Linebackers.
Oh yeah.
Can y'all feel? But
definitely, man. But I like Landers. It's gonna be real tough for him because his first 3 years in the league, he's gonna have a terrible quarterback decision. Like his quarterback is gonna be tough because like Daniel Jones, is he gonna be ready first game? If not, do you want DeVito throwing you the ball? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but hell, Daniel Jones ain't that much better.
It's just like okay, at this point we might as well put Joe Flacco in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least Flacco gonna let it rip.
And what was funny, man, is that when they were evaluating whether they were going to cut loose or allow Saquon to walk, they were taking a look at several running backs by comparison. They was like, okay, so-and-so is a bigger, I think they looked at Swift. Like, okay, he's faster, but he's not going to be able to take the wear and tear and run with power like Saquon. Then they looked at my man who was running back for the Raiders this year. And they looked at but at the end of the day, they were still trying to figure out how they could get away with not paying a lot of money. And so, make a long story short, they dangled this BS in front of Saquon and say, hey, man, you can have your name in the Ring of Honor. So then they said, well, look, we're just going to let you test the market. Then try to get him to promise that whatever the market decides that they were going to pay him, that he would give them first dibs on trying to match what the market was saying.
Hell no. This ain't like the NBA. The NBA where you could be a restricted free agent. So whatever the market gives you, your team got to match it, and if they don't, then you can go back in the market. Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm an unrestricted free agent. Like, we're not finna do this.
Right.
Because you want me to make you a promise, but you never kept your word on me.
Right.
And then I can't stand them for that, man. And the narrative that they tried to paint around him, and for Tiki Barber to come out and say that Saquon question Saquon's manhood because he decided to leave and go to the Giants. Are you serious? Tiki Barber, we really gonna go there, bro?
I know.
Come on, man.
Tiki.
We ain't gonna act like when y'all won the Super Bowl, y'all ain't have Hall of Famers on that defense, bro. Come on now.
And Tiki got some character. Tiki got character issues too. So right now he made it.
Bro, come on now, G. That's we're gonna act like Michael Strahan ain't have 30 sacks that year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And act like he didn't have a line that he could run behind.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, bro. And like, it's and for y'all to win, it took like a heroic performance from Eli Manning. Like, as we hate to say it.
Yeah, I know.
So, brother, don't sit here and try to question this man's manhood, but you not gonna criticize the Giants for the way they've been treated. But you didn't have nothing bad to say when they said they was gonna give Danny Dimes $47 million a year guaranteed, and he ain't got not one Pro Bowl, not one accolade.
Not one. Not one.
Not near accolade. It kills me, man. But yet Lamar Jackson had to scrape and crawl for his money.
Yeah, they didn't want to give my man his money at all. At all. So then I got a chance to watch episode 2. Episode 2 was more about, it was a carry on an extension of episode 1 where they went a little bit deeper, got a little bit farther, and they discovered that they found that they will have more money to spend, um, and so that kind of helped the Giants in terms of now that would have gave them enough money to actually keep Saquon, but they decided, oh, we're gonna fill some other areas.
They did. I mean, that trade they did for Burns.
Mm-hmm.
The line is legit. You're putting pressure on the quarterback, but Saquon Barkley was a way more important piece than you add another pass rusher. You see what I'm saying? And it's not to take away from Spider Burns' ability. He's elite, right? But if you got Dexter Lawrence and you got Kayvon Thibodeau, it's like, okay, I feel like Saquon Barkley was better off, being the focal point.
Right.
But hey, man, I don't make the rules, man. I just report them.
and I don't have, like I said, brother. I'm one of the old cheeses, the old heads. But I would tell anybody, man, get your money because it is a business, and people don't understand that. We can negotiate hard, and after we come to a conclusion as to what you're gonna pay me for the skill that I possess, hey, bro, we can go back to being friends then. But when it comes to negotiation, it's a business. It is a business. There's no and ifs or buts about it. It is a business. But
yes.
I'm curious as to how they're going to do the show after, because I think they got maybe 2 more episodes. Episode 3 should be dropping this week, and then I think they got 1 more, and then they're going to the last show for the Giants should be July the 30th. So they may have a chance to get maybe a couple more episodes in, and then they're gonna transition into the Bears. And
the Bears.
So
because the Bears got the my bad, it wasn't the Falcons, it was the Bears that got the preseason, right?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna roll with the Bears. And then I think they're going to, now correct me if I'm wrong, they're going to be doing the show all through the season following the AFC, right?
The AFC North, baby.
Yeah.
You know it's the Black Force division. You know what we do around here, bro.
So now let me ask you this question, B. Because you played, now I only played high school football. And I made all conference or all district and high school football because I was a flanker, and back in the old days you played both ways, so I was a cornerback. But you played at a higher level. So now my question to you is, Hard Knocks and all that, because you even though the coaches and the players are saying things, but they are conscious of the fact that they're mic'd up. They can't get as loose as they want to get. But is that a distraction?
It can be a distraction. However, I think more so nowadays, since it's social media and these guys have their own brand, and with podcasts and everything, these guys are used to always being on the scope and personally advertising themselves.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I think this could be an added bonus, but can it be a distraction? Yeah. It can definitely be a distraction, because it's like, man, for a team like the Bears,
right,
who are completely doing a 180,
right?
And you got somebody like Caleb Williams, who is a legit. He's a superstar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, him and Lincoln Riley are superstars in their own mind. Like, yo, yeah, I'm here. Like, when Caleb Williams' dad was like, yo, whoever drafted us, we want stake in that franchise. Like, oh, whoa, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
hey, yo, but they're legit. He's a legit, rock star type. And it's going to be interesting
with the addition of, you drafted the number one receiver as far as Rome, and then you got Keenan Allen. So I'm real interested in how DJ Moore kind of fits into this.
True.
Because DJ Moore was their number one receiver. He was a great guy. Then they got some pieces on the defense. So I'm interested in seeing how this turns around, because Caleb Williams is expected to be that guy. Like, we drafted you. Within the next 4 years, we expect to win the division, which is it's crazy. But when you got a number one overall pick at QB, that's the expectation. We got 3 to 4 years to win this damn division, and we gave you all the offensive weapons you can handle.
All that you need, and then some. I got you.
It should be interesting. Plus, the Bears are trying to move into another stadium. I don't think they're going to win the division because you got the Detroit Lions are just too good. Them with the Detroit Lions, with the way Dan Campbell coaches, they're just too good. So I don't think they're going to win the division now. But it's a lot of pressure, and it's like, bro, you're here now. This is what it is.
And I wish Caleb nothing but success, because I don't want to see any professional athlete fail at anything. But because there's a smelly butt here. I watched him because I'm a big Oklahoma Sooner fan, and I will tell you, I've always said that in the long run, I think the kid that went to the Saints by way of South Carolina was the better overall quarterback. He just came into the league.
Spencer,
yes.
Mark my words, Spencer Rattler at the end of next season will be the starting quarterback for the Saints.
Yeah, I've always knew that he was a better quarterback, but Spencer Rattler came into it with knowing I got all this God-given talent. I don't need any coaching, and that's what he tried to make the type of throws which he can make them, but he just didn't understand that defenses at the college level wasn't like high school. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think overall he's a better overall quarterback. Man, it just something tells me that, and I hope I'm wrong, but I think Caleb is benefiting from playing in that system of
Lincoln Riley.
Yes, and UCL and USC, they had nothing but they had good position players for him. I don't want to see him, but I just don't think he's gonna come and just shake the league upside down. I think he's gonna go through his rookie lumps, like all rookies do. And there's a few that didn't, but I think he's gonna go through his rookie lumps. And his problem is that there's a fan base that was loyal to the quarterback that they chased out, and that's why I asked you about.
Man, they did him wrong. They did Justin Fields wrong. Because they give it. You give Justin Fields. Let's just say they kept Justin Fields and they drafted Joe Alt, the best offensive tackle, and then they drafted Rome with Justin Fields. Dude, that's a playoff team, man.
And the only reason
I still say they did that boy wrong, man.
And the only reason I'm saying that is because Justin Fields is a bigger, stronger, faster quarterback, and I just think that they should have. Hey, man, I got another caller trying to get in here, bro. Get you some words in for what you do, man, and then let me get out of here and then get my boy up in here.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Brandon Cooper, the Ravens extraordinaire. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, at Jet Affiliated. That's JET_affiliated. Y'all already know, man, the AFC North Baltimore Ravens. Lamar going for his third MVP, his first championship, September 7th, the first game as at Kansas City. Also, September 22nd, Baltimore's coming to Dallas and playing the Cowboys. My pops and I will be at that game.
Hey, man, I might have to be at that game.
Don't wear that Commander's jersey, dog.
Hey, my brother, thank you. Hey, man, and good luck on the new job, man.
No problem.
All right.
Man, appreciate that, brother. Hey, man, blessings to you, man, signing the new deal, brother. I'm proud of you, man.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr.
What's going on, my brother?
Hey, it is my homeboy, Glenn. What's up, homeboy?
The one and only, boy. Happy to be back, brother.
Oh, man. It's all good, man. It's all good in the neighborhood. You know, homeboy, Glenn, you know, you and I, like I tell people, man, we go way back, man. We go back to the days of potty training, bro. That's how far we go back. And
that's right.
And you know, we're good old country boys. And you know, here's the thing about this show for all my listeners and new folks, they understand. When I decided to create Sports Therapy with F.H. Jr., I wanted to do something different, man. I wanted to have a show where it didn't care what you talk like or what you sound like, because this is a show where country people can be country people, city people can be city people. As long as you like football, we good. But someone asked me, said, well, what kind of show? I said, well, it's probably a mixture of football and foolery and tomfoolery.
That's right.
So
that's right.
I'm saying this. I got this year, my new tradition, how I start my year out, is that I got this traditional meal that I eat. And I want to tell you that I got it from you. So my traditional good luck meal to kick the season off is chicken feet.
Boy, you can't beat them, boy. Look at here, you can't beat them.
Oh, man, it's chicken feet. So I had some chicken feet.
You can't beat them.
And that's,
tell them anybody else eat them, they got good luck. Cowboys eat them some bitches, they gonna do them no good. But they gonna do a damn thing this year.
So that's my.
Damn, I don't give a damn how many of them damn chicken feet they eat out there in Dallas this year. They ain't gonna do no good. They might well get some damn turkey next, cause they might with them chicken feet. They gonna do them no damn good.
So that's how I start my year off. New season, man, with some good old fashioned chicken feet to ring in the new year. But now let's get into the show, man. I just finished talking to my homeboy Brandon, big time Raven fan, you know, and we talked about I don't know if you remember Jacoby Jones was a receiver for.
I'm glad to hear you say that, brother. Yeah. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the Baltimore Ravens and their young brother, because I do remember him.
Oh, yeah.
He might not have been a top, not big name receiver like the rest of the guys, but he was one of them. He was solid.
Solid. He made a name for himself.
He came through in the clutch.
Yes, he made a name for himself in that Super Bowl run.
He made a name. He wasn't it might not have been a household name, but he made a name around the league, around his peers.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters, you know. And he made big catches in big games.
Yep. So now.
First of all, I want to get that out. And before we get into something, I want to say one thing, my friend.
Go for it.
I got about a 30-second gripe. I got it. I don't appreciate you sending me them damn chicken feet, and you ain't got enough to send down here to me.
Hey, man, I thought about sending you some, but I figured
you know how I feel about the damn chicken feet, man.
I figured they'd be spoiled by the time I got this, so I help you out, bro. I just ate them for you.
That will make them taste better. That's when they get in season, when they spoil. That's what our country folks do down here.
Oh, man. Hey, man, it's all good. Man, it's good to be back, man. Good to be back, homeboy Glenn.
Man, good to be back. Hey, man, I'm just glad to be back. Glad to hear your voice, and just glad the other people that call in and be listening to y'all, and they be making a lot of sense. But you know me, that the person that I am, yeah. I'm a true cowboy hater, and I hate them son of a bitches more this year than I did last year.
Hey, you know what? And I tell people, because football season hadn't started and we're just trying to ease back into it. And I tell people, you can talk about any subject you want until now. When football season starts, bro, we straight going with feet ball. We're gonna get our head right with ball. But I want to ask you this question, homeboy Glenn, and because I know you're a big NBA fan, and so am I. Jalen Brunson, you know Jalen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Jalen Brunson, he left, oh man, $160 million on the table. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
He got a chance for, because the brother's playing his butt off. So I guess it was time for negotiating a new contract. And his deal was, he decided to take less money. And just like I was talking to Brandon, I say, Brandon, at the end of the day, football, basketball, hockey, skating, whatever that they see your butt play on TV is a business. The owner and the coaches, their goal is to get your skill out of you for less money that they have to pay you. Your goal as an athlete is to get as much money as you can while you have that skill, because you only have a small window to be good and to be great. Very few people get to be great. So it wasn't, because football life is shorter. Lifespan of a football player, the career lifespan is about 5 years. NBA maybe a little bit long, maybe 10. Well, then again, not every NBA guy sticks around past 5 years too. But my point of it is, man, would you have given up $160 million for a chance to make your team better, for a chance for them to bring in some better players?
I want to ask you one question. Have you ever heard of a great Bubba Dub?
Yes. Yeah, I listen to Bubba Dub all the time.
A bit on TikTok?
Yeah. I listen to him all the time.
Hell no. Hell no. What the hell wrong with him?
Man, I don't know, bro.
He could get hurt. He could get hurt this season coming up. And damn. Hell no. Ain't no way in the hell. Got to be a damn fool.
Man.
Somebody voodooed that boy.
Say, well, homeboy.
Somebody had to voodoo that boy, or brainwash that damn boy. Who the hell these some kids, the Hurricane now?
He had to be.
I know we don't talk, certain things we don't talk. Well, who in the hell these some kids to? Hurricane or Stephen A. Smith, or who we listen to?
Oh, man. All I know is they're saying that the brother gave over $160 million back to the team in order for them to bring in better players. My thing of it is, as a player, it's not my job to be the GM. It's not my job to be the GM. My job is to.
He get hurt, man. I mean, you don't wish nothing bad on nobody. Don't get me wrong. You don't want nothing to happen to nobody. But man, just happen. Things happen, man. Just think if he got injury and he can't play no more. You think they gonna get it back to him?
No way. No, sir. It's just like if somebody come in and say, hey, you know what, F8, I'm going to give you $10 million to do this show. Or they say, I'm going to give you $10 million to never be on the air again. Homeboy Glenn, this will be the last time you ever heard me, you ever hear me say a word.
I won't know. If they give you $10 million, hell, I won't call you on there no more.
Because you won't reach me.
That's what I'm talking about.
But
what's wrong? Do he know who the owner or the general manager, CEO, whatever you call it? Do he know who that is? Or the New York Knicks? James Dolan?
Yep.
That man don't give a damn about nobody.
At all. Because what did
that's why I said Jalen Brunson, he got to be, what the hell wrong with him?
Man.
What the hell? I mean, do you think that man gonna actually, if something happens to him, I guess he think they're gonna take the rest of that money and build him a statue?
Because at the end of the day, the owners, who, if you got a player you want, You can get them. You just have to pay more toward the luxury tax, but that's on you as an owner. If the owner ain't trying to take a hit, ain't no in the hell I'm gonna take one. No, sir.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Excuse me, man.
Hey, man, you can't down the air, bro.
Excuse me, brother.
You can't down the air, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. Excuse me, man. But you give me back all of excuse me, I have a technical difficulty right now. Sitting out here drinking a good cold Budweiser, and me and my partner sitting out here drinking a good cold beer, and we have a technical difficulty.
And you outside drinking a hot cold beer, in about 5 minutes, your cold beer gonna turn to a hot beer because it's still almost 100 degrees here. I don't know.
Man, that's what hey, look at here. We trying to get it down. So look at we trying to sit out right now. I know we're on a different subject, but I'm gonna say that, man, these damn mosquitoes so bad down here right now. They're going in your pocket.
Boy, you stupid.
Boy, these down here jumping on my mama, boy, if she come down here. I'm glad she a little while. If she come down here, they gonna jump on her.
That's bad, boy. That's bad. Hey, that's the life of a
country.
Boy,
they ain't got no love for nobody.
That's the life of a country boy, man. That's the life of a country
boy.
That's
the life of a country boy. Sit out here and drink beer, fight these damn mosquitoes, man.
Oh, man, it's good.
But getting back to what you were saying a while ago about the New York Knicks and Bronson, man, that just unheard of, man.
I don't understand it, man.
Me neither, man. I don't understand it, brother. And I just don't understand it. I really just don't, man. But I'm ready for football season, man. Well, I really ain't been keeping up with a lot too much about it but my thing is, I wonder what my boy's gonna do. Pittsburgh about the quarterback. I think Russell Wilson look like he's trying to wrap it up, don't he?
Yeah, I'm thinking what, and you know, I'm not in y'all Pittsburgh family, so I don't know the conversation that y'all have because you in the family, so you probably know more than what I know. But I'm thinking, if I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers, I got Russell Wilson, knowing he might have 2 or 3 good years left, 1 or 2. I'm thinking I would only play my boy if I just absolutely have to, because he's young. I can let him sit back and hold that clipboard and be the backup. I let him be the backup, let him learn, right. And that's less wear and tear, that he gonna take, man. You know, and that's what I would do. You know, now don't get me wrong.
So we need to go against
I dropped some plays for him.
We need another receiver.
Oh yeah. But I would drop some plays with him, and I would use him similar to way the Saints use Taysom Hill. You know, I let him get in there, and, you know, and but I wouldn't let him just be like a slash. But every once in a while, I may bring him in on the goal line, let him run a little something, a little pass, run option, just to keep his head right in the game. But other than that, bro. Man, I put him in his Barbie doll box, man. And I put him in his Barbie doll box, man.
For a couple years.
Yeah. Just don't take that wear and tear, man. Just kind of, because as I was telling Brandon, I told Brandon, I said, man, I've told people this because I had a chance to watch both of the guys in college, man. Caleb Williams, and I got a chance to watch Spencer Rattler. And I truly believe that Spencer is the overall better quarterback of the two. I just think because I watched him, because Rattler's problem was when he came into the league, he was the number 1 quarterback in the nation. So he was thinking, right, hey man, I don't need coaching. I got this God-given talent, and I'm gonna do what I need to do. And the only problem was,
hey, McGree. All right, how you doing?
And the problem was, major Power 5 college football is different than the best high school you're gonna play. So I think his head, he had a little case of the big heads. Plus, he had his family all in his head telling him he was better than he didn't need the coaching. And then Caleb came in and had that good game and won that game against Texas, so they let him stay in there. But I want to see both of them succeed. But I just think Caleb may be benefiting from playing in that system that they had at USC, and but I just
yes, and then he got better talent surrounding him.
yes, he did because
He got a whole lot better talent
because
what Fields had.
because OU didn't have they normally have some outstanding wide receivers. When Rattler was there, they didn't have and then like you said, he had better overall talent in college than your boy had. But I just think now it's gonna be on him, and the problem is he's competing against the other team, but he's also competing against the Ghosts of Fields because they're gonna be a fan base that's gonna be very unhappy with what happened with how the Bears did Justin Fields. So they the minute he does anything, because all rookies gonna go through the lumps, but the minute he throw a couple of interceptions and whatever, them fans gonna be on him, man. And this is the same brother that was up in the stand crying with his mama because he lost the game. So I don't know, man. I just don't.
He's in the big boy league now.
Yes. Yep. I wish him
You're
success
in the big
though.
boy league now. Ain't no more crying.
Nah. And you can't, no, no, you can't do that, bro. You cannot do that at all.
Football gonna be good. It's gonna be good this year. They're gonna be real interesting. And I tell people, we all might make predictions and everybody got their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But until somebody dethroned Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes, they just got to show me.
Hey, boy.
And anything can happen in a one game.
Hey, boy, if you could see me right now, guess what hat I got on?
I hope it ain't Kansas City.
I got a Kansas City hat on because I truly believe when you're large and in charge, homeboy Glenn, they call you chief. So right now,
That's right.
I got this Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chief hat on. I ain't gonna never have a Cowboy hat on now. They can win the Super Bowl. I just had to put a black box up here.
I don't give a damn what they got on. I would never wear their shit.
I can't wear their stuff. Can't do it. But
not their stuff, but their shit. I wouldn't wear none of their shit. They don't wear no stuff. They shit.
Hey, just for you to let people know nothing have changed. I got the custom bear. I still got my custom bear for you. And hey, but I just think this is gonna be a good year. I don't think Kansas City is gonna get back to the Super Bowl because it's very hard to get back. I don't know, man. I think it's up for grabs, but you know what? And you know how I feel about preseason football. And I tell people preseason don't mean nothing. Because it usually means if you know you got a good team, you're not going to do too much in the preseason because you ain't trying to show too much and you're not trying to get anybody hurt. If you're a team that you know that you got to get some stuff together, you got to get your team together, you got to get your quarterback together, your offensive line, defensive line, whatever, you're going to show a lot in preseason. You may win every preseason game and then go 0-17. Preseason don't mean jack.
That's right, like the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys do every year.
Now
they the best team in football in preseason.
Now let's talk about them there boys. Now here's the thing. If I'm Dak, man, I stopped talking about my money because you know what? He gonna get his money. They gonna pay Dak $60 million. Somebody else is going to, because Dak Prescott is not as bad. Now don't get me wrong, he can't read defense. When you play zone here, but he ain't the worst quarterback in the league. But my point of it is, if you're not gonna pay him, Cowboys, who the hell you gonna pay? Because you're gonna pay somebody. And if what people don't realize, the most hard position, and you can vouch for this, is the quarterback position. You can't do nothing unless you got a good. Now everybody's not gonna have a Patrick Mahomes. Everybody's not gonna have you're not gonna get those kind of, because maybe 10% of the quarterbacks in the league are like that. But the majority of the quarterbacks are B. They're good B quarterback. They ain't C. They B. So if you fool around, Cowboys, and let Dak walk, Man, y'all gonna be without a quarterback, which is gonna be happy for me because that means, hey, we bend them over a barrel and kick their butt every year. But I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, you know who I think Dallas trying to wait on? I think they're trying to wait on Shaquille Sanders, Deion's son.
Deion not finna let his kid go to. Deion played for Dallas. Deion know that whole system. He is not finna let his kid go play for the Cowboys.
Hey.
Now I don't see it happening, but I think he's gonna be a pretty good quarterback too. But I just don't see. But I can see the Cowboys. Because you know me and you can't stand them. But this year I think it's gonna be legitimately get their butt whooped because I don't see them having anything.
They don't have nothing. They don't have a running game.
No.
They don't.
They don't have
CeeDee Lamb. You don't know how he might do.
Shit, CD said, I ain't playing it unless y'all pay me. Which I can't blame
That's
him.
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Pay me my money, baby.
No.
Pay.
That's why I want Jerry Jones to stay there forever.
You know.
Long as Jerry Jones there, they're going to keep fucking up. Mess it up.
And you know, we got about 5 minutes here. But let me say this, homeboy Glenn. Because you know this is a dry dock, so they all know off-limit topic except for race relations, politics.
Hey, Louis,
so let me say this. Jerry, our homeboy Jerry, had to go to court. Now you know Jerry got he has a illegitimate daughter. My point of it is, Jerry, why are you? Because Jerry had a deal with the girl's mom. Now, how you gonna sign a contract with a child that's before they born that they can't come back and say you legally ain't their dad when you've been paying millions of dollars, but mom ain't supposed to say anything. So now the girl basically wants Jerry to be able to acknowledge that she's Jerry Jones' daughter. So how can you? I mean, because you know, how can you as a parent disown your child? I can't understand it.
It tells you a lot about a person, man. You know, people think just because you have a lot of money that you're smart and all this and that, but life is more important in some ways than money. All the thing this girl want to know who her father is,
yes.
just for him to knowledge.
Yeah,
and he can't do that. That tells you a lot. No matter how much money he got and whatever, how much he has succeeded, it's still less of a man.
Man, I don't understand the homeboy Glenn. I don't, because I know the case is going on and it's got to go before a jury, and because Jerry trying to keep the contract in place that he had between the mom while the girl was small, you know, to where they can't come out publicly and acknowledge that Jerry is her dad, bro. I don't understand it, man.
That's one of them. I hate to say it. I know we don't talk about things like that on your station, but if I'm wrong, you can stop me right there on the point. That's one of them old Jim Crow ass laws, man. That's all it is. Another Jim Crow ass law. When a person with money come up with some kind of rule to work in their favor.
I got you, brother. But on that note, my homeboy Glenn.
If it was any other brother, if it was anybody else, and you didn't have that much money like that, your ass would be on child support, whether you recognize the child or not. And if it come out yours, the case be closed, you be paying child support until the child get 18 years old.
On that note, homeboy Glenn, we're going to wrap it and cap it, baby. This is F.H. Jr. We are back. This is a dry dock. Want to thank my host, Brandon from IU Ignorant University, my homeboy Glenn, and I'd like to thank you for fans. We will see you next Sunday, same time. Goodbye, everybody.